Alright, hey guys, so I got good news with this video. This is something we've been doing for forever. So this is 4.4 proportional and non-proportional relationships. All it is we're figuring out if it's going to be proportional or if it's not. So how we do it when we have a graph. Now, rule number 1. If the relationship is non-linear, it is non-proportional. Think about what that means. All it means is if there's no line, if it does not make a straight line, it is not proportional. Alright, rule number 2. The relationship is linear, so it is a line. It's either proportional or non-proportional. So if it is a line, it could be either or. But it's only proportional if it goes through the origin. Now remember, origin, this is a word we've been using a lot, but that means 0, 0. Alright? So let's look at some examples. Alright, we have our two graphs. Now, I want you to pause it and I want you to write proportional or non-proportional and then tell me why. Okay, so let's look at number 1. Is this proportional or non-proportional? You should have said non, I'm abbreviating, non-proportional because it does not go through the origin. Its y-intercept is a positive 1. So why? Because y-intercept is 1, or you could have said does not go through origin. Alright, that's it. That's all you gotta write. Number 2, did you write proportional or non-proportional? You should have wrote that it was proportional. Why? Because it goes through origin. Because it goes through the origin. That's it. Super simple, right? That's if you have a graph. So you either look for it goes through the origin or it doesn't. Now what happens if you're given an equation? Our equation, remember, is y is equal to mx plus b. So, scoot this up for y'all. Our equation, rule number 1, if an equation is not linear, it represents a non-proportional relationship. So above, if it's not a line like we did in rule number 1 above, if it's non-linear, it's non-proportional. All that means is if it's not an equation of a line, if it doesn't look like this, it's probably not proportional. Or if it's not the y is equal to kx, right? That means it's proportional. This means it's non-proportional. So what makes this non-proportional? Let's look at it. If b is equal to 0, if this is equal to 0, it means it's basically not there. So we have this one. So if b is equal to 0, it's proportional. So you can write this. Or y is equal to kx. If b does not equal 0, it's non-proportional. So remember, that means does not equal. If b is a number, so if b is y is equal to 2x plus 3, b is not 0, so therefore b is not proportional. That means this plus 3, remember, it's our y-intercept. It means it's not going to go through 0. And like above, if it doesn't go through the origin, if it doesn't go through 0, it's non-proportional. Alright, let's look at these examples. I want you to list whether they are proportional or non-proportional. If they're non-proportional, circle the reason why they're non-proportional. So pause it and do it. Alright, you should have said that this was proportional because it doesn't have any plus b. You should have said that number 2 was non-proportional. Now, you look at it in 3p, that looks not normal, right? But this is the same thing as, I'm going to scoot down here, n is equal to 450 minus 3p is the same thing as saying n is equal to negative 3p plus 450. Now, Ms. Hitchcock, how did you get there? Well, like KCC, keep it, changed it. Alright. Then you just flip-flop them. We took this and we went like that. We just flip-flopped them because that's the same thing as doing 2 plus 3 and 3 plus 2. They're the same thing, they just look different. So this is non-proportional because you had your plus 450, so you should have circled 450. 450 was your y-intercept. For number 3, you should have also got non-proportional because of your b, the plus 2,000. And for 4, you should have got proportional because there is no b. That's it. That's all you got for an equation. So when you're given an equation, that's what you look for. Now, when you're given a table, you have pretty much the same rules, just a wee bit different. Again, if it's non-proportional and non-linear, there's no constant rate of change. So it means if it's non-proportional, non-linear, all that means is there will not be a constant rate of change. Okay, a proportional and a linear, if, remember this is your constant, remember you write constant with a K, so if this equation is K is equal to Y divided by X is constant for the entire table, then it's proportional and it's linear. Okay, so all you're looking for on this one is to see, is my rate of change proportional? Is my rate of change, is my K the same? So don't forget, Y divided by X is equal to, for this line, we have 30 over 2, which you know is 15. 90 over 8 is, if you work it out, you should have paused this by now, sorry I didn't say that. 90 divided by 8 is 11 and 25/100ths. And if you did 150 Y divided by X divided by 14, you would have got a repeating decimal or an ongoing decimal, doesn't turn 8. So of 10.7. Now if you look, we have 15, 11, and 10. We know that it's non-proportional, no constant rate of change, no constant rate of change. Okay? Now this next one, we know that to figure out K, to determine what K is, we still have to do Y divided by X. We have 1 divided by 5, 8 divided by 40, and 13 divided by 65. Now, we know this is going to be 0.2. If you simplify this, simplify it by 8, we get 1/5, which is 0.2. And if you plug this into your calculator, you can divide it by 13 and get 1/5. And you realize that is also 0.2, so we have 2/10, 2/10, 2/10. Proportional because K is equal to 2/10 in all of the table. Alright? So, we have to compare and contrast. We're almost done, guys. Compare and contrast the following two situations. Test Prep Center A. The cost for Test Prep Center A is given by C is equal to 20H, where C is the cost in dollars and H is the number of hours we attend. Alright, Test Prep Center B charges you $25 per hour to attend, but you have a $100 coupon that you can use to reduce the cost. So let's talk about this. We know that Test Prep Center A's charges are proportional because there's no plus or minus B, because we don't have a B, okay? We know that Test Prep Center B's charges are not proportional. I'm gonna abbreviate. Test Prep B's are not proportional because there's a coupon that gives you an initial credit. Now what I mean by that is the initial credit is you automatically get to start off basically with a free $100. So we know that Test Prep Center B is going to look like cost is equal to $25 per hour, right? Because we're multiplying by the hours. But we get to take $100 off. So minus 100 because you have that $100 coupon, and coupon means to take away, or you get money off, or reduce means to take away. So, but Test Prep Center B has a higher hourly rate than Test Prep Center A, so will cost more in the long run. Now, I want you to go back and read that to yourself a few times. We're going to read it together real fast. So Test Prep Center A is proportional because there's no plus or minus B. Because we have no plus or minus B here, we know that this is a proportional relationship over here. Okay? We know that Test Prep Center B's is non-proportional because there's a coupon that gives you an initial credit. That initial credit is talking about your B. But Test Prep Center B does have a higher hourly rate than Test Prep Center A because we charge $25 per hour here and we'll only charge $20 an hour there. So in the long run, Test Prep Center B will cost more. Okay? Test Prep Center B will be more. So Test Prep Center B will cost more. Alright, go ahead and stop your video. You can go ahead and submit your Google Doc and we'll see you tomorrow in class. Bye.